Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kibet Enoch. In this video, we are going to share about information literacy. The first thing, if you want to know about information literacy, there are key terms that you are supposed to understand before you know what is meant by information literacy. The first thing, if you want to know the information literacy, we want first of all know the definition of information literacy. So for this case, we are going to understand first what is information literacy. For our key title is Introduction to Information Literacy. Then let us go to straight forward on what is meant by the word information literacy. Information literacy is the ability to locate, evaluate, and use information effectively. Once you have understand what is information literacy, you will be able to locate an information, evaluate, or you can be able to judge information. Is information correct? Is it right? Is it from which source? And use information effectively. How can you know that you are using information effectively? Because sometimes when you want to send an information, it depends on the who are you going to give your information, which class of people or which allied class of people are you going to get the information. For example, when you are sharing information about academics, you are not supposed to give out your information to everyone. You give to a specified people. So for this case, let us turn to importance of information literacy. So we have several importance of information literacy. Information literacy is applicable in our daily life, in academics, everywhere you go. For example, information literacy helps us in making decisions. Once you have learned information literacy, it will guide you on how you can make decisions. You will be able to understand, is this information right? Is it from a good source? Or who brought the information? Or who is acknowledging the information? Then number two, solve problems. Information literacy helps us in solving problems because it helps us to locate information, then use information effectively. Once you have differentiate between the information, because it guides us on how we can get the information was from which source, so we will be able to solve any problem that you encounter in life or in academics. But for this case, even so it's not only applicable in education but also in our real life. Then we come to number 3. It helps in conducting academic research properly. For this case, information literacy helps us in academic research. Once you have been given an assignment to go to the field, information literacy guides us on how we can research properly or in ways of acknowledging. For example, where are you going to get your information? Because sometimes you may just be searching an information, but you don't know where you are going to get the information. Then we have number 4, which is what it encourages critical thinking. Information literacy helps us in developing mind, because there's ability to you have to reason, you have to judge, and you have to evaluate, which helps us in critical thinking. Once an information is being given, you have to reason first, judge. How is this information correct? Is it valid? Is the information needed? Or which information is needed? Which information has been given? Or which information is missing? That is information literacy helps us in what? In critical thinking, or encourages critical thinking. Then we have number 4. It helps in citing sources properly. Once you are conducting a research or you are looking for an information from different sources, you are supposed to to cite or to acknowledge the author. For example, when you are doing a research over a certain question, for example, when you are looking about the impact of deforestation in an area, you may say that deforestation has what? Has led to desertification. Now, for that case, you have to know, you have to cite properly who is acknowledging that deforestation has caused desertification. So that's how we can what? It helps us in citing sources properly because we have to acknowledge authors on how they get, or you can quote the words of the author so that the one who is receiving your information or the one who will get your information will understand that even someone has got that information for you are just supplementing on it. Then the last but not the least here, it helps us to avoid plagiarism. The word plagiarism means when you copy someone's work and you just present it. That is what it means plagiarism. So for this case, information literacy helps us what? To avoid plagiarism. Because once you have learned information literacy, it will guide you on how you can create your own research from different sources. And you can acknowledge other but not copying someone's work. For this case, we are going to we want to know what is the meaning of information in the digital age. We say information in the digital age. We just want to understand what does it mean. The meaning of what? Information in the digital age. So the first one, how information is created. If you want to understand more on information in the digital age, it's just basing on how information is what? Created. The way how you create your research. For example, when you are designing a budget for a certain meeting, you are supposed to create information. Then number two, how information is processed. Now information in the digital age means how information is what? Processed. How are you coming up with that information? Then the third one, we have how information is stored. The way how you can keep your information so that for further reference, so that you will not get lost. Then we have another one, sharing using digital technology. Information literacy. Information in a digital age means how the information is shared in a digital technology. Which media are you going to share your information? Which means of communication do you want to use? Which channel or which search engine are you going to use? So we come to our conclusion. Then we just end. Therefore, information literacy is an essential skill students and professionals has to learn so that their lives will change. I remain as Kibet Enoch. Remember to subscribe this video, share and like. See you in the next video. We are going to share on tips of sources of information. Have the best of your day.